doesn't play around. When this fighter was able to knock his opponent out, he, for some reason, wasn't done. The fight was over and the win was secured, but he felt the need to deal some more damage. So referee Leon Roberts quickly took back, threatened with a choke, and cooled this jerk down. This would have been a great highlight for the fighter, but now this great performance is marred, and if anyone won, it's the referee. Buakaw is one of the greatest Muay Thai fighters ever. We see his top-tier skills on full display here, as he stays calm and counters his opponent to knock him out. Thankfully, Muay Thai referees are generally pretty good at their job. As the falling fighter is dropping, the ref dives down with them to catch their head to prevent it from bouncing off the canvas and doing any unnecessary damage. Getting dropped or knocked out is bad enough, but the head smacking the ring floor can be a pretty brutal +1 at the brain damage party. Okay, so I'm not going to act like you guys don't know what you're watching, but this is still a cool clip. This seems to be a Taekwondo match, and it looks very, very staged. The referee gets upset and lets out his inner Shawn Michaels as he sweet chin musics one of the competitors. He dealt with both of these guys with ease, and really for no reason. Still, though, if you got a referee that can kick like that, he's okay in my book. How would you rate his sidekick on a scale of 1 to HBK? Let us know down below. As someone who's not on board with Jake Paul calling himself a boxer for the longest time, I thought that this was a terrible stoppage originally, but after some time to emotionally recover from my boy Ben getting stopped, I can see what the ref was thinking. It's very subtle, but when he asked Askren to move forward, he saw the wobbly legs that indicated no good if the fight had continued. This was a great move on the ref's part, and any criticism this guy faced is and was unfair. Here's another case of a fighter winning a fight and then throwing it all away because they have a fragile ego, a short fuse, an incredibly bad anger issue, or probably all of the above. This guy continued to rain down shots on his finished opponent, so the referee did what he had to do. This man locked on the choke and restrained the angry and emotional fighter with no issue. This is such a satisfying thing to see. MMA gets a bad rap because a lot of people just see meat head-punching each other, and that's not what MMA is. However, it's what this fighter was doing, and he was put in his place by a good referee.
Actually had to restrain us enough to stop him from fighting until it's getting aggressive.
And to take a look at the good and lighthearted side of repping, we've got this guy. Very into the match he was officiating, walking was not an option. This guy had to watch the backs and the mat to check for a pin, and the most optimal way for him to do this was to just Roomba across the floor. Was this good or bad repping? There's such a thin line of discernment between the two, but I guess this could be both. The ref let the fighter in the red eat so many punches and elbows. The ref isn't just there to stop a fight once someone is done moving, but they're also there to protect fighters from themselves. As we can see, the fighter in red is probably too tough for his own good, but the ref saw something we didn't. After eating this beating for minutes, the fighter in red was able to gather a bit of momentum. He landed a beautiful lead hook and slept the guy in blue, who all but finished the fight earlier. What do you think? Was this a good move on the ref, or should he have stopped the fight earlier when the fighter in red was getting lit up? Let us know what you think down below. Also, while you're at it, drop a like on the video. Make sure you don't miss any future videos by subscribing and hitting the bell icon. We'd love to see a referee not only jump in when needed, but help out in any way that they can. In this jiu-jitsu match, we see a guy get put to sleep with a baseball bat choke. This is one of my personal favorite chokes, so I love to see it work. But I don't exactly enjoy watching people take that force nap. Taps are cool. Do it more often. The competitor thankfully let go right away, and the ref was in there to care for the napping man. Referee Blake Rice with the save. This fighter went to throw an illegal kick, that being one to the head of a downed opponent. Now, illegal moves usually result in a disqualification, or a point reduction at least. But a kick to the head of a downed opponent can cause serious damage. So, referee Rice did what any good person would do, and saved the downed fighter from eating this shot and potentially getting knocked out when he wasn't expecting it. A+ on the referee here. Speaking of illegal kicks, so this one is a bit confusing for and to all parties. This fighter got dropped and ate a kick when he was down. It's hard to tell whether the kick was in motion already or not, but the fighter that threw it was immediately apologetic. The dude that ate the kick returned to his feet and attacked the ref. Whether he was upset about the kick or dazed and thought he was attacking his opponent, well, who knows? But the ref took it like a champ. He deflected all these punches and de-escalated the situation very well. Absolutely great work by this referee as well. He noticed that when Manny Pacquiao hit this guy, the reaction wasn't one of a coherent fighter. After eating this bomb, he turned his back to the attacking fighter. The ref knew that he was completely out of it and probably didn't even know where he was. So he stepped in and saved him from eating any further shots that were bound to land with no resistance from the rocked fighter. I love to see a referee that has no ego and a basic understanding of fighting. Just over 10 seconds into this bout, the taller fighter was able to put away his opponent. Knocked out but still moving, the losing party here went on autopilot and tried to fight the referee. The ref really didn't put up any resistance, but rather he just rolled with it because he knew he wasn't really in any true danger. This guy might as well have been sleepwalking. Mark Goddard, we love and appreciate you for this. Goddard is one of the best in the business, and most people that aren't Conor McGregor love this guy. But on the small list of the fighters that aren't fans of Goddard, we got this guy here. He won his fight, for a second anyways, by rear naked choke. After he refused to let go, Goddard was like, "Hey man, don't be stupid," and broke the lock. Upset by Goddard's action for some reason, this fighter got up and almost started another fight. Well, Mark didn't take too kindly to this. He stood his ground and deemed the fight a disqualification. There's no room for fighters with no self-control in the gym, let alone the cage. This is a weird one, but I love to see some drama or unexpected stuff happening as the result is being read off. Zayala went to attack his downed opponent, but got a little too eager and ran into a knee. Really, this was just bad luck. His opponent, Chapman, took this as the biggest win ever and celebrated as such. He jumped on his opponent's unconscious back and did a flip, landing on him again. What a jerk. The ref was like, "Dude, what? Why?" Which is what we were all thinking. So the referee did the right thing and made the most of his authority, calling this fight a win for Zayala. Here we've got another example of a referee getting attacked